welcome. These are your handover videos for your Swift Challenger 650. So, starting off at the front, hitch head with black lever, which you have to have up to be able to get onto the tow ball. You've then got your handbrake just here. Now, it is a 13-pin electric, so if you do have 7-pin on your car, make sure you bring an adapter, and you've got your jockey wheel just here. We're using our test equipment today, so we've got a gas bottle here with an in-date gas hose connected onto this regulator just here. Now, what you want to do, make sure both sides are firmly connected and twist the gas open into the positive direction until you can't twist it anymore, and that will begin to feed the gas through. You then have 2 inserts either side for your legs and 2 at the back. Now, Caravan comes with a leg winder, however, if you want stuff to be a bit quicker, you can grab yourself a 19mm drill bit and attach it onto a power drill and put your legs down. Now, your legs are only used for stabilisation. Do not attempt to jack up or level the Caravan using your legs. First level using your jockey wheel, stabilise using all 4 corner steadies. As I said, we are using our test equipment today, so you can see a mains lead there, but I'll just go through these bits first. This here is your flue. Your flue is used to get clean air in and out of your boiler. Don't have to do anything with this except make sure it's nice and clean. Next, you've got your insert for your water. So your water pump will insert into this point here. Works on a trigger system, so you press it in and it can't be removed without pressing in on the trigger to pull it out. I will show you the water pump inside the Caravan. Main thing to note, make sure the strainer sits at the bottom of the barrel. You then have your battery box just here. That's where your battery would sit. Then you have your mains connection point just there, and just behind it you also have your point for your motor mover, which will go over on the day of collection. You have a little cutout just here as well for the mains lead to sit through so that you can lock this compartment up. Then lastly, at the end, we have the 2 parts here for your toilet capacity. This top one is where you will feed in your water for your flush. You can also add a little bit of pink chemical to make it smell a bit nicer, which works as a bleach without being corrosive. This tank can hold around 10 litres of water, and just get yourself a watering can just to feed it in. And then below it, you have your cassette for your toilet. To remove this, you press up on this orange handle and you pull it out just like so. Well, not when the catch is open, bear with me. So make sure the catch inside there is not in the wrong direction. Then you can open up that compartment there. Tilt at the same time as tilting, continually press in that button there to vent. You can also open up just through here, add some fresh water after you've done that, and then just give it a swell out again. Then on this cap here you have measurements in both imperial and metric, and this is for your blue chemical. Blue chemical goes onto that into that cap, screws back onto here, and then it's just a case of twist the head back to the side, push it in like so, and then just above have that bung, and that's to empty out the rest of that tank, as you don't want to travel with either of these too full. And then just here are 2 inserts where you'll need some 28.5mm waste pipe to feed into a Wastemaster, and that comes from both your showers and your sinks. Then underneath your right hand side bed you have all this. First, this is your boiler here, and then you have these blue tubes leading to this yellow valve. When the yellow valve is in the vertical position like it is currently, it is draining out any water that is remaining inside the Caravan out of the system. You have this up when it's November to March so that the pipes don't freeze over, or whenever it's cold, and just give the Caravan a drain off before you use. And then when you want water to flow through, you flick it down to the horizontal position. Now it can be horizontal either way. We're going to keep it in the vertical position for you though. These 2 boxes here, these are your brain boxes. for your motor mover. You've got your battery charger, and then your fuses and trips are just up here with the charger and heating and hot water buttons illuminated. And then you have a complete system shutdown button. Press that in, nothing inside the caravan works. Then got a sheet just here if you do need a little bit more information on your trips and fuses. This here is your water pump. This is the part that inserts on the outside. Press it in and it can't be removed without pressing this trigger. You have a plastic cap to go over the top of the acroll so no nastiness gets in, and a strainer at the bottom so no... What am I saying here? The strainer sits at the bottom of the water barrel to allow the maximum potential of water to come through. Now you can see they do have a little bit of a tendency to curl up, and you need to straighten them out because this part has to be at the bottom of the barrel, as otherwise it would just gasp through air. So what I'd say, you can either straighten it out before every use or get some PVC pipe, put it around the pipe itself and make it nice and straight. Just here you've got your gas cooker, which works standard to any sort of gas cooker, bar the electric plate. Electric plate, you just select whatever icon you need and it will get to that temperature. For the gas itself, you press in on the dial, twist it to the side and then press in the igniter button, and this is what it looks like when they're all lit. Here you can see nice blue clean continuous flames. Now what I would say as well is that whenever you initially put the gas onto the caravan, I'd come over and check the cooker first thing round. It may take a second after just pressing it and twisting to the side for the gas to actually come through, but that's what I check first. Now the grill, there you go, nice and continuous. And finally the oven, and there you can see the oven operating just there. Only other real thing to note, you need to travel with this glass sheet down, but don't put it down until all of these are cold to the touch. Then just here we've got your fridge operation. So to turn it on, press in on this button here, press and hold, it will flash up and go to its most recent memory, which in this case was gas on full capacity. You have 4 different modes to select. That is your car battery, gas, mains or auto. Excuse me. Now that can only operate when you're plugged into the car, that when you're plugged into gas, and that's for mains. So let's say I wanted to change the mode to mains. I press on this mode button and it goes to mains. Press it again, goes to auto. Auto will automatically switch whatever the caravan fridge thinks is the best source to use. Press it again, it's going to go over to car battery. Now this is what it looks like when there's a hazard. It will begin to flash up and beep at you. Press it again, go over to gas. Now for gas, the gas will gradually begin to tick in. Once it's finished ticking, that means that the fridge is lit on gas. But for now I'm just going to use mains. And then you've got temperature here. 1 being the minimum, 5 being the maximum. Using this temperature button just there, goes up and down the scale. On max, it takes around 4 hours for the fridge to fully chill. When the fridge is on, you can see as well there are some lights that come on. Then to turn this off, press and hold in here. No more lights, meaning the fridge is off. Now just here you've got your outer panel. This is its home screen. It shows the internal temperature currently of the caravan, which is 12 degrees. I press this menu button and it comes to this screen here. First row is the house with the thermometer in it. That is for the internal temperature of the caravan that you desire. Whatever you set it to is what it will get to. So using the touchscreen goes up and down in 0.5. Whatever you set it to, it will get to. Next up, you've got that shower icon. That is for your water temperature. You have off like this, mid, which will get the water temperature to 40 degrees, and full, which will get the water temperature to 60 degrees, and then it will drop it down after 15 minutes back down to 40, like a boost almost. So it'll boost the temperature for 15 minutes and then drop it back down to that mid bar. Then you've got energy source. So you can either use gas or mains or a mixture of both to heat. So if I want just mains, I press 1 kilowatt, 2 kilowatt or 3 kilowatt, and that's what will come in. If I want strictly gas, I press that icon there, and if I want a mixture, I press it on the gas button there, and I've go 1, 2 or 3. Now do be aware that some sites do not have 3 kilowatt capacity, especially if they are busy, so do check with the sites before you just stick on 3 kilowatts. Then you've got your additional settings here. Not going to go through them for you, but there's a few bits like screen brightness and making it beep when you press a button, and a few other bits. So in summary, internal temperature, water temperature, 2 different energy sources. Turn this off, press that button there, it says off. Then here you've got your Swift command board. This does everything that the outer panel doesn't. It shows the internal temperature, outside temperature, the date, the time, and a few other bits. Now there is a little bit of disparity between the two on the internal temperature. Don't worry too much about that. First up, you've got your pump button. So press that in, Aquaroll full of clean drinking water outside, with your yellow switch valve in the correct position, all plugged in and all nice. You'd come over to your sink, open up your sink on both cold and hot, and let it run for about 30 seconds. And what you're after is a nice steady continuous stream. If there is coughing and spluttering, go outside and make sure this strainer is sat at the bottom. Next you've got awning light. Press that in, it comes up with a yellow border. You can go outside and see the awning light is working. Press that off for now. Then you've got lighting. So this is for the front and the back. Dimmer 2, press in there, then you can see the lights come on, and then you can dim the light to whatever you want. So just show the difference. That's 5, and then gradually gets lighter and lighter and lighter. I'm not sure how well that comes up on the video. Then dimmer 1 is for the back of the caravan. So press in on the middle, and that's for on and off for the lights. You then got power. This shows the amount of power coming into the caravan, which is currently 13.3 or 13.2 volt, 2.4 amps coming from solar, nothing coming from the vehicle battery, and then it shows AC current and allows you to set a limit. Now, just want to say, for that leisure battery, that is not an accurate representation of the current leisure battery charge, as there are mains plugged in. There we go. You then have some additional settings. So again, time, date, day, screen brightness, when the screen turns out, a beep for when you're pressing in the buttons, and then also allows you to connect with Bluetooth as well. And then lastly, you've got your radio. So you press on the mode button, go to FM, DAB, aux cord, where your connection to that is just in here, or off. And then it's just a case, whatever you select it to, you then have to tune and scan it like you would do on a normal radio. Then you've got your volume on the side, and you can also set presets. But apart from that, you've got water pump, awning light, lighting, power, settings and radio.